My dear one, stop and hear me out because this is important. What's happening right now isn't a small sign, it's a heartfelt call from Archangel Michael himself. Just a moment of your time could shift the entire direction of your life. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Tonight. Something unseen but deeply spiritual is moving into your space, and you need to be aware or you could miss the moment heaven has spent so long preparing you for. You felt it already, the strange stillness in certain corners of your home, the quick flashes of light with no reason, the sudden cold touch on your neck when all is quiet. Those aren't just coincidences. Those are messages. Michael has been trying to get your attention, not to scare you but to guide you. You're not in danger, you're on the edge of breakthrough. Something has been holding you back without you even knowing it, but that's about to be lifted. This evening, a divine current will move through your home. It won't be loud or dramatic, but in the realm of spirit, it will be earth-shaking. Archangel Michael is showing up for something bigger than you realize. He doesn't arrive for small matters. He comes armored with a sword that defends and a voice that commands. But tonight, he isn't commanding anyone. He's speaking gently, to you. He's saying, this is it, don't overlook it, don't scroll past, don't delay. Just stop and listen. Your spirit has waited long enough. You've been feeling stuck, wondering why things seem close yet never arrive. Wondering why people keep pulling away, why promises stay just out of reach. It's not that your blessings are lost, they're being shaped. And tonight, the door opens. This message won't come again. This is a divine appointment. Heaven has fought hard to place it in front of your eyes. If you ignore it, you won't be punished, God is far too loving for that. But it will mean waiting longer. And Michael knows how tired you are of waiting. That's why he's not standing in battle mode. He's kneeling, humble and full of love, right at the threshold of your space. Imagine that, the mightiest of warriors bowing in mercy to reach your heart. He knows who's been trying to speak to you from the other side. He knows what your dreams have been showing you. He knows the shadow you caught a glimpse of while praying. He even knows the person whose memory keeps tugging at your spirit. Tonight, it all begins to make sense. This is not fear, it's preparation. And if you've been overwhelmed lately, it's because your soul already feels what's approaching. You may not see it with your eyes, but your spirit will know. You might hear a knock, or a whisper, or catch a glimmer of light. In that instant, everything will begin to shift. If you respond, if you simply say, I hear it, I'm open, something heavy will lift. You'll feel it like a breath you didn't know you were holding finally being released. And right after, something will happen to confirm it, a message, a sign, a memory you thought was forgotten. Someone who passed might send a nudge. The timing is finally right. This isn't a story, it's a divine message. A lifeline. If you're still reading, that means it's for you. Don't ignore it. Don't walk away. Press pause. Subscribe to the moment. Because the next word is going to bring tears. And those tears will cleanse, not break. Michael is not only coming to reveal something, he's here to shield you. There's someone thinking about you, someone making a decision. They don't fully grasp who you are yet, but they're about to see your value. Tonight something shifts spiritually. Someone far from you physically, but close in soul, will remember something. A glance. A word. A moment you thought passed unnoticed. But heaven's been replaying it in their heart. Tonight, they feel it again. That's why this moment is urgent. Because there's also a darker energy watching, trying to block your light. But Michael will not let that happen. When it happens, and it will, you'll feel a pause. And in that pause, you need to speak. Out loud. Say, I receive this. I welcome divine protection. Michael, come into this house. Repeat it if you must. Speak with intention. That sentence alone will break walls you didn't know were there. This isn't a warning, it's your rising. You're being lifted. That's why life's felt so heavy. The resistance you've pushed through was enormous. And yet you're still standing. Chosen. Strong. Made for this. Tonight, heaven brushes against your world. You'll feel it like a wave through your body, chills, stillness, maybe sudden calm. And you'll know you weren't alone. So don't dismiss this moment. Michael is already beside you. Sword drawn, eyes gentle. Whispering, just say yes. Say you're ready. Because this is what your soul has been asking for. Don't wonder if it's real. That voice of doubt doesn't belong to you. That's old pain, old disappointments. But God is speaking now. Not with loud signs, but through presence. That feeling in your chest, the sudden warmth or tears, you're recognizing truth. You were guided to this for a reason. Your spirit has been crying quietly, asking for clarity, for peace. And tonight, peace is coming. Not loud, but certain. This isn't just for your house, it's for your soul. Something inside you is unlocking. That longing, that sense of more, it's not just a wish. It's a calling. That pull you've felt since childhood. It's your destiny waking up. Someone before you cried out to heaven on your behalf. Maybe a grandparent. Maybe someone you never knew. But their prayer activated protection, and Michael was assigned to you then. That's why you've made it this far. Even when it seemed impossible. You were carried. And tonight, that protection shows itself. This presence isn't here to haunt, it's here to heal. Not to scare, but to confirm. You may feel the air change. Let it. Let the quiet hold you. Don't drown it out. That silence holds your answer. Listen for the line that comes. It may be soft, it may come in sleep, or echo in thought. However it comes, believe it. It's heaven's voice. Your spirit will know. Something rare is happening. A divine encounter, made just for you. Others might not feel it. But you will. Because your calling is deep. You've prayed in secret. You've believed even through pain. Tonight is your reply. Not in fireworks, but in stillness. You'll be reminded of someone who's been on your heart. They'll feel your shift too. Even without knowing why. Something in their soul will stir. They'll feel drawn to you again. Because your spiritual alignment is changing everything. The ones who hurt you will feel the shift. The ones who drifted will feel the pull. Heaven is realigning you with purpose. That's why this isn't just another message. If you ignore this, the journey delays. But if you open up, even just a little, the change begins now. So here's what to do. Light a candle. Just one. No rituals needed. Just intention. As it glows, say, I welcome divine alignment. Archangel Michael, you are welcome here. God, I trust your timing. I'm ready. Then pause. Let the quiet speak. Through that act, heaven knows you've answered. You'll feel it, peace, warmth, clarity. This might be your first true surrender. Not giving up, but letting go. Giving your fears, your hopes, your timeline to the one who's already written the ending. And that ending is beautiful. The pain won't define you. The love you thought was lost is coming back, better, purer, right this time. Michael sees you. Heaven is watching. Angels are rejoicing. You're remembering who you are. Divine. Chosen. Never forgotten. Tonight is sacred. It's just the beginning. If this message reached your spirit, stay connected. Because these words aren't entertainment, they're lifelines. Each one brings answers your heart has been begging for. Don't miss the next one. That candle, that moment, that breath, it all matters. Heaven is responding. And your miracle? It's already on the way. Breathe deeply. The presence around you now is real. It's not just emotion. It's recognition. Your spirit remembers this moment. You were made for it. Even if your mind hesitates, your soul is sure. That's why you're still here. Because something deep in you knows what comes next is yours. You'll realize something tonight, something hidden but obvious. A truth you couldn't see before but now feels crystal clear. It won't need proof. You'll just know. Divine guidance doesn't argue, it awakens. You've survived long enough. Now it's time to live again, with lightness, peace, clarity, and boldness. The people who missed your worth, that was never your burden. The waiting wasn't punishment, it was divine timing. God protected what's meant for you. And tonight, the timing becomes right. Heaven doesn't rush. It aligns. And you, child, are finally in alignment. That's rare. That's powerful. And it's why tonight matters. What's arriving in your life is so personal, so beautifully tailored, that anything less would have broken you. But God said no, not this one. You've been protected for this exact moment. And now, the blessing requires the strongest you. So when that whisper comes, that breeze touches your skin, don't run. Don't wonder. Just say, I receive it. You might feel a presence. Hear your name. Sense the shift. That's not fear, it's divine energy entering your space. When Michael visits, it's not small. His arrival means the battle has ended and the victory is declared. That person you wept over, God is touching their heart. That opportunity you almost gave up on, it's coming back. That struggle, it ends tonight. But it all starts with you saying yes. Not perfectly. Just willingly. Light the candle. Speak the words. And trust the silence. Angels will move. Protect. Open hearts. Align moments. Shift what needs shifting. So when you walk into your future, you won't force it, you'll float in grace. That's what's unfolding. Not just tonight, but for your next chapter. Not a quick fix, but a foundation. A real blessing. If you've asked for real, for lasting, heaven heard. That's why it took time. The real things are never rushed. But when they come, they stay. And they change everything. This is your hour. The veil is thin. The air is different. Heaven is close. Michael is here. The shift is happening. Are you ready? Because this is the moment your story begins again. Not in pain, but in light. Yes, you feel it, don't you? That sacred hush wrapping itself around your space like a warm mantle, as if time has slowed just enough for heaven to breathe near you. This is where the transformation begins, not outside, not from someone else's words or approval, but from within. The stillness isn't empty. It's full. Full of promise, of presence, of peace that surpasses understanding. And in that sacred quiet, Archangel Michael stands watch, not as a distant guardian, but as a present force, anchoring divine will in your life. The shift is not always loud. Sometimes, it's the moment when you stop striving and start allowing. When you stop asking why it hasn't come and instead whisper, I'm ready. That is when the atmosphere shifts. That is when your frequency rises. That is when divine timing meets divine readiness. And child of light, you are ready. What's coming to you was never truly gone. It was growing, beyond your sight but not beyond your spirit. Every delay, every detour was not denial. It was refinement. The heat you felt was never destruction, it was forging. You were being shaped into someone who could carry the blessing without dropping it. And now, The weight of waiting has broken open to reveal wings. You're not just standing, you're about to soar. Can you feel Michael's presence now? A pulse in the air, a subtle vibration in your chest. He's not here to make you afraid. He's here because God trusts you with something big. Something sacred. Something eternal. Your words have power now. Your intentions send ripples through the heavens. You don't even have to see the full path. Just one yes. That's enough to start. Tonight is not just about divine visitations. It's about remembering what you already carry. You are not empty, and you never were. The divine has been echoing through your heartbeat since birth. The light in you is older than your pain, stronger than your doubt, and deeper than your fears. Michael is not awakening something foreign, he's helping you reclaim what was always yours. And as you sit in this energy, don't rush to explain it. Sacred things are not meant to be justified, they are meant to be felt. Trust that the ones meant to understand, will. The people meant to walk with you, will feel this shift too. They might not be able to name it, but they'll notice something has changed. And it has. You have. Now, listen. You may begin to remember dreams, fragments from sleep that seemed strange, but now come into focus. You may recall visions you dismissed, thinking they were imagination. They weren't. Heaven has been whispering all along. And now that your spirit is attuned, you'll begin to notice everything. The feather in a strange place. The clock striking 11:11. The chill on your skin at just the right moment. They're all signs. Winks from the divine. Confirmations that what you feel is real. You were never meant to walk alone. The loneliness you've carried wasn't proof of abandonment, it was preparation for connection at a higher level. Now those alignments begin. Soul connections, divinely orchestrated encounters, messages delivered through strangers' words or familiar voices from unexpected places. Don't dismiss them. Pay attention. This is the season of synchronicity. You are in the flow. And the weight you've been carrying? It's lifting. Slowly, gently, with every breath you take in awareness. Not because the world changed, but because you did. And Michael has come to fortify that change. His sword is not for punishment. It's for protection. To cut ties to what no longer serves your elevation. To guard the gates of your new beginning. To defend the light that has always lived inside you. There is healing in the air right now. Not only for your spirit, but for your body. For your emotions. For old wounds. Some of them generational. You've been healing not just for you, but for those who came before and those who will come after. That's why the burden felt so big, it was. But now, that cycle ends. You're the turning point. Let yourself cry, if you need to. Those tears aren't weakness. They are sacred release. Every tear you shed waters the ground for new growth. And the divine sees them all. Nothing is lost. Every ache, every longing has been counted. And heaven's answer has never been, no, only, not yet. Until now. Because this is your, yes, moment. So tonight, don't just light the candle. Sit with it. Watch the flame. Notice how it flickers in response to the unseen. Feel how your breath steadies in its glow. Say the words again, even if your voice trembles. I welcome divine alignment. Archangel Michael, I welcome you here. God, I trust your timing. I am ready. You don't have to do more than that. The surrender is enough. The openness is enough. The willingness is enough. And as you fall asleep tonight, don't be surprised if you dream vividly. If you see someone who once brought you comfort. If you hear music that stirs something you thought forgotten. Michael often speaks through dreams, gentle, symbolic, but unmistakable. You'll know. Even if you don't remember it all in the morning, your spirit will carry it. And in the days that follow, you'll notice the shift in how people respond to you. Some will draw closer, others will fall away. That's the alignment in action. Don't chase what leaves. Don't cling to what tries to drift. Let the universe reorient your path. You've prayed for purpose. This is how it begins to unfold. Your energy will feel different. Calmer. Clearer. And more powerful. Because now you're moving with heaven's wind at your back, not against it. You'll find yourself saying no to things that once felt impossible to release. And yes to opportunities that feel mysteriously right. Trust those nudges. They're not coincidences. They're confirmations. You are not who you were yesterday. And you won't be the same tomorrow. That's not fear, it's freedom. This is the moment when healing becomes identity. When survival becomes testimony. When waiting becomes walking into destiny. Michael is not just near. He is with you. Guiding. Guarding. Lifting. Aligning. And he will remain for as long as it takes. Heaven does not send angels on partial assignments. This is your full circle moment. Your answered prayer. Your turning of the tide. So rise gently, child of light. No need to force it. No need to rush. Let grace carry you. Let the silence lead you. Let the divine speak. And when you're ready, whisper once more. I receive it. I welcome it. I remember who I am. Because heaven never forgot.